Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I know it's been a while, guys. I probably say that every single stream because I'm not on here as much as I would like to. But hey, welcome to another stream. Shalom also to my Hebrew Israelite brothers. And may not agree with everything you guys believe, man, but got much love and support because that's how I was raised. So I always just much love and respect for that community, man. Some of the we have more in common than we like to think we do. But I hope you guys are having a blessed weekend, man. The weekend is at an end. Um, I had a pretty good weekend myself, and I've been out and about. I had a trip to Vegas to visit my brother. That was pretty blessed. Saw some pretty interesting stuff. I'm gonna do another stream about just that exclusively and some of the things that I experienced there. There's actually a pretty big community there, and it's really going to be more about the spiritual side of things. Because I didn't gamble while I was there. I was trying to go over and hook up with this girl, that girl, and of course I didn't drink. So it was actually pretty refreshing to have that self control and that environment and whatnot. Mostly spent most of my money on food and transportation. But yeah, let me get this thing started. So patience and being humble, right? I think especially black men, we have this problem, and it's a lot of it has to do with the history, right? We used to be probably very patient and humble people, but when we got integrated into the greater society, we started picking up the hustle and bustle kind of mindset. And especially if you look at like hip hop, right? It's all about fast money. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's about like, oh, getting your grind and being patient, and doing things legit to get yourself in an elevated position. A lot of it is about like, hey, I need, this money tonight. I want to live, I want to have a nice car. I want to have fine girls and all this stuff as soon as possible. And so, in order to do that, unfortunately, in this country, what you have to do is to get that through illegal means, through shady means, and all kinds of stuff. It's very hard to make good money in America real fast without being involved in something shady. That includes even Wall Street. Wall Street is very shady. You know what I mean? Like you can consider that legal or like that, but the Wall Street and the whole capitalist system is very shady. And I'm not dissing like capitalism on a whole. If y'all about your money, get your money and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I invested a little bit in the stock market too, and crypto. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? But the industry is hella shady. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, and especially with the culture, right? As a whole, not black culture, but also the mainstream culture is fast love, hookup culture. If you work any jobs, especially, no matter what, especially if it's corporate, service industry, whatever, it's all about how fast you can get something done. Basically, the society we live in is trying to make man a machine. The human dynamic is slowly being eroded from all of us. It's how fast can you do this? How fast can you do that? And then we wonder why there's so many problems in our society. It's because to me that's unnatural, right? Some things take time. Like you know what I mean? Like you know, I look at like farming, right? It's probably the most art that human beings ever did, right? It was one of the main reasons we're able to hear and have the luxuries that we have is because we learned agriculture, right? It takes patience to plant your seed, till your crops, water them, and all that kind of stuff. But now we want everything fast, and it's just like it's the environmental catastrophe that we see right now is due to that. Everyone wants to drive fast and get to work fast, and you have to have a car in a lot of areas just to even have an appointment. So we're freaking digging up old dinosaur bones and destroying the environment we have because we're trying to live in this fast culture. So yeah, in a nutshell, what I really want to go over is how a lot of brothers, man, it's very hard for us to be patient because a lot of us don't have proper guidance, man. I'm lucky I have my pops in my life. I respect him, but we're not on good terms. I don't think we'll ever be on quote unquote good terms. Unfortunately, that's just the way we are. Like that for a while. I don't think it's going to change because he's very stubborn, and I feel like I have a right to feel some type of way about certain kind of things and stand up for myself, regardless of what his position is. And I think that we don't have a lot of guidance. There's no quote unquote community leaders that aren't bought and sold. Whether you look at the BLM movement and Tamika Mallory and all these people, right? They're bought. That one professor, I think you're talking. I forgot his name escapes me, but the guy's a goofball. They're bought and sold by the elite, right? And then on the spiritual level, look at all the church leaders, right? And the black church is a complete disaster. It has no credibility anymore. Um, and so, unfortunately, politically and spiritually, I think our community, we don't have good leadership. So, therefore, a lot of the young people, they're they gravitate towards their closest to the leadership are the celebrities and the musicians, right? Because black music is pretty much the forefront of the world, right? As far as popular culture. So what are these celebrities talking about? Everything fast. They make it even look like some of these celebrities just got rich overnight. Now, granted, some of them are industry plants, and so it probably didn't take them much effort to get put in the limelight. But what sucks is because of that, everybody wants to go viral, rich fast, and it really sucks. I mean, even the music is just like, I even think about it like there's nobody really makes albums anymore, like consciously. And I know that's a general statement. Some people do. I'm going to check out Kanye's new album. I have much respect for that brother. He's been through a lot. I really identify with his struggles, especially with mental health and things like that. So I give that brother, I'm saying, a little try. But besides that, I mean, everybody's just into songs and streams and all that stuff. There's really the album experiences in there more. And I remember like as a kid and where I was a little younger, I remember being excited even buying like vinyl and all those kinds of things and just really exploring track by track a whole album, like taking my time to dissect it. Even if I didn't like a certain track, I would at least try to listen to it to try to understand it. What vibe, the instrumental part of it, the lyrics, this, that, and the third. That was very exciting as a kid. I remember like, especially when I was a kid, like high school, I would literally put on an album and listen to it, all the way through, hoping that I fell asleep sometime, before I ended or something like that. But I at least would give it a chance to like play it all the way through and have it to listen. And sometimes, it worked. Sometimes it did, depending on what kind of music it was. And it was really beautiful, to be able to listen to a whole album, while you're going to bed. Especially for me, I always had sleep problems. So it's like, hey, I might as well just listen to music while I'm trying to go to sleep. So that was really beautiful. It took a lot of patience to do. And going back to the state of the community, a lot of brothers, and like it's because of that fast culture, it's like if you're made to feel irrelevant if you're not scooped up into the fast lifestyle. If you're not, getting, the beautiful girl as soon as possible, getting her, into your bed as fast as possible. You're looked upon as being a loser by a lot of people. If you're not, making that fast money and you're not like, able to, attain, wealth as soon as possible, you're looked upon as being a loser. And it puts a lot of pressure on us, Oh, hey, Wagner, what's up, my brother? Shalom, man. I miss those album days. Was the last album you played or with no skips? Man, that's hard, bro. That's real hard. Yeah, like I said before, I look forward to seeing these, Ye's new album. But shoot, brother. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think the last album that I listened to all the way through that's a new album is when Pusha T had his album, had that album. His last album I listened to all the way through. That was really good. I would take a long drive and just listen to it. But yeah, man, you kind of got me blindsided, man, because these days I kind of listen to mixes. So yeah, I can't think of the last time I listened to the album all the way through. I mean, that's unfortunate because I'm really an album kind of guy. And like you said before, yeah, album release days, man, that was it, man. I remember just being so excited. Oh man, new album's gonna drop. You know what I'm saying? You would do go on the internet, try to find out how the album was made, who's on the features, you know what I'm saying? Like who's it produced by? I mean, I used to be so excited for that. Now it's just like whatever, man. You know what I mean? It's just like I'll check it out when it comes out. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like our culture now is very impatient, man, and because of that, you see the results of it, man. Like think about a relationship, bro. Relationship to me is something that takes time to mold, and a lot of people are very impatient. Like look at the dating culture, man. They'll go out with somebody, especially a lot of these people. They're like, oh man, this guy's boring. Yeah, whatever. It's just like that first impression. Yeah, first impression is important, but it's not the end all be all because a lot of people are good at putting up fronts just to make this look exciting, and then they finally get the person that you know what I'm saying. A lot of the girls, they don't realize that they let the guy smash and stuff like that, and then the guy turns out to be an asshole, or it turns out to be boring, or something that they're not really into, and whatever like that because they want the super exciting, quick, heated passion and stuff like that. But for me, man, I really like getting to know a girl over a long period of time and just talking to her, man, and getting to know where her head's at, man. Because a lot of brothers, the reason they get so caught up in these toxic females is because they want to get into the sack as soon as possible, not realizing that on a spiritual level, man, like your sex is a spiritual experience for one, and then for two, you're wasting your time with somebody just to hit the skins when you could be doing something more productive with your life, man. You can't get time back. You can get all the money in the world back, but you can't get time back. Oh, you said 106 in Park? Oh man. Oh yeah, don't get me started, bro. We used to listen to 106 in Park, man. It wasn't while I was in high school, but in middle school, you know what I'm saying? I had a little like, kind of hood, middle school. Shout out to, Brookhaven. Shout out to, what I'm saying, all those little like clean high schools and clean middle schools, KISD, all at your boy, you know what I'm saying? K-Town all forever, man. But anyway, yeah, sometimes the teacher would be really cool to substitute. So let's watch 106 in Park, man. And 106 in Park, man, that was like a black TRL, and it was even better than TRL in my opinion, man. The people had the host had personalities, and they had really good interviews and stuff. It was really cool, man. Like, see stuff like that is something I don't really see anymore. You know what I mean? Maybe it's because of the internet. BET does have some good programming though with documentaries. I watched one about Death Row the other day. That was really, really good. They got one about No Limit Records, a lot of really good documentaries. So I'll still check it out for that. But besides the most part, I really don't watch it like that. But anyway, yeah. So as a result, we see a lot of the dysfunction, and a lot of the dysfunction is due to people being impatient. People aren't patient with their kids anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want their kid, they're raising their kids to grow too fast. Or like when it comes to because learning, because like for me, I struggled with math a lot growing up as a kid and things like that. So it's like, oh, like my kids should be getting it right now, or they have ADHD and something's wrong with them because they don't get that. You'll realize that the world we're raising kids in, man, is not really meant for children, because children have to blossom. You know what I'm saying? Like have to blossom. That's how they become an adult. It's like they go through experiences, get along, like, learning, mentorship, things like that, coaching. That's time. It's not an instant thing. They're not going to get everything instantly. And then because of that, a lot of kids get left behind and get really frustrated and feeling like they're basically swept under the rug of society. Dating apps, yeah. I mean, don't even get me started on dating apps, bro. Like I have Tinder, and I'm going to get this app called the Islam app. It's basically for Muslim singles. And just like what I see, then it's just like swipe, and then you got to pay for the upgrade or whatever like that. And basically, it's the waiting game, man. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a guy that really flaunts his money, you're a millionaire, and you're like, I'll pay for you to go on a date with me and all this other kinds of stuff, and you're flaunting your wealth. A lot of girls, man, even if you're a decent dude, man, they're not really checking for you, man. It's just whenever they're bored and when they're bored and they're web. They got a quick swipe, and then that's it, man. And then you're basically a waiting game. You're on a roster. You know what I'm saying? You're in the queue. And yeah, it's complete trash, man. That's why for me, man, I like really getting to know a girl. Like I go out, man, I'll see a girl that's really cute. I'm talking to this girl right now. She's like half South African, half white or something like that. She's really cute. She has an adorable smile. She holds herself up to a decent standard. She doesn't have no kids. She seems really, really fun and enjoyable and has, full of life. So I think, what I'm saying, I'm blossoming into that, what I'm saying, with that person. But sometimes, man, I be getting to talk to a girl and then, come to find out you waste all this time talking to a girl, she's already in a relationship or a situationship. And it's like, I'm not even going to try to be a part of that. Like if you're seeing somebody and you're saying it's a situationship or whatever like that, man, like that's a waste of time. I'm not going to be your backup dick. I'm not going to be the guy number 2 or your side dude or whatever like that. I have a lot of self-respect. I'm going to do that just to get some of your time. To me, I feel like a sucker, especially God forbid, I'm taking you out. I'm doing all this kind of stuff that a boyfriend does or a husband does. Like, why am I going to do that? And I'm just with some other dude. He's getting you at the end of the night, or he's getting another day. You go through, guys like it's wardrobes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's seasonal. Like to me, that's just dysfunctional. But that's normal now, man. I live in the area, man. That's so normal right now. Everybody's like in some nobody's in a traditional monogamous relationship. Everybody's off doing all these other kinds of things. It's like, bro, I don't have time for that. I literally don't have time, man. I'm working my butt off. I try to get my personal stuff into order. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it be keeping myself fit, mentally, spiritually, physically, and all that stuff. I don't have time to just be like shoveling through people like a deck of cards, shuffling them up, like, oh, who I want to talk to today, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? I just don't do that. You know what I mean? I'm too old for that. I'm in my 30s, bro. Like that's whack. That's stuff for teenagers, bro. And even teenagers, it's like, bro, like you should be hitting the books. You should be planning your future. What are you doing there chasing this one, chasing that one? You know what I'm saying? Like if I could get back all the time for my younger self chasing skirts, bro, I'm telling you what, bro, I would be a millionaire right now. There's no reason I wouldn't be. But I was busy chasing girls. If anything, man, if a girl's decent, bro, like yes, in Texas, for instance, the culture is different. So you find a girl that's interesting, you go for her, whatever like that. But in Cali, it's just like it's all kinds of chaos. Hey, Quran and on. Hey, what's up, man? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, bro. To see you on here, bro. So yeah, I was just talking about patience, man, and how our culture doesn't like patience. And this is going to tie to the second part of being humble. If you, especially as black men, bro, when you get we've been through so much, and I understand we get kind of arrogant and really boastful, but at the same time, you have to check yourself, man, because whether it be the Most High, Allah, Allah, whatever you like to think it, you know what I'm saying? This world will humble you, whether you like it or not. Sometimes you're gonna have setbacks, you're gonna lose things, and you can't just post out there and about like, oh, I make this amount of money, oh, I do this, I do that. You know what I mean? You can lose all that in a heartbeat, bro. Look at the economy. Economy is chaotic with COVID and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Like you can get injured. You know what I'm saying? Lose your job. All this other kind of stuff, man. Nothing in this world is permanent, bro. And I think the more boastful, the more arrogant we get, the more we invite ourselves to be tested by these things. So I think the solution is for me, I'm reaching like at this point in my life, I want to settle down, right? If I've ever been blessed to be a father or a stepdad, whatever you like to have, you coach, mentor, I want to instill in the people under me, especially boys, man, is being patient, bro. Is being patient, man. And I'm willing to be there for every step they take to make sure they acknowledge that. Because when you lose sight of that, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble, bro. Like this world is not merciful to men in general, but especially black men. Like, you know, you can get a screw up, you know what I mean? And you think you're going to get a slap on the wrist because you're young. No, man. The system is more than willing to put that stamp on you for the rest of your life that you're X, Y, and Z, that you're trouble, you know? And you have to be strategic, bro. You don't always have to be, you know, forefront of what you believe and all this other kind of stuff. Man, sometimes you got to learn how to weave and maneuver, bro. Like for me, man, I don't talk about politics and spirituality at work at all, because I know how the system is made up to where people, if you're outside of the norm of what is acceptable in this society, which is we already know what the agendas are pushed forward to. If you're contrary to that, people will have it out for you. They're like, hey, I don't want to see this guy succeed. He's a troublemaker. He thinks for himself. So I don't have to be out there and wear my heart on my sleeve anymore. You know, and that's what people need to realize. Brother needs to realize, man, stop trying to always fight minuscule battles, bro. Look at that. Look at all of the adversaries that, look at war, for instance, bro. 3 Sun Tzu's Art of War. Only 5 battles you know you're going to win. We got dudes out here wanting to argue and this, that, and the third, and debate guys are never going to believe what they believe. Stop wasting your breath. Stop wasting your time. You literally are wasting your time. And especially I know brothers out there that got a lot of other things going on in their life, but they go on the internet and argue with people all day. They want to go into personal life and argue with people all day. They want to go to their job and argue with people all day. They want to argue with their significant other all day. They want to argue with their kids all day. You know what I'm saying? It's good to stand up for yourself at the same time as, hey, count your losses. There's nothing wrong with losing with being at a loss. Failure is how you realize how to be what's the word? Resilient. That's how you learn how to be resilient, and you learn from your mistakes. But see, especially Americans, right? We're all like, oh, nobody wants to be a loser. But the big success stories of all time were always losers, bro. There are people that did a major loss, or they had to suffer through some kind of difficulty. It's a part of the hero's journey, right? So you have to take L's, but when you realize when you took an L, you learn from it. You can learn how to avoid them in the future and how to get a win. But see, we don't have that. Everybody's like, I need to win. And then we wonder why. So, like, for instance, like success in America is very like, oh, you know, rise. And then overnight you can just crash. Especially, you know, we look at a lot of politicals right now, scandals and stuff. You can have all the money in the world, all the success. All it takes is one scandal for you to drop to rock bottom. And we know what kind of scandals those are, especially for, especially for men. We know what kind of scandals those are. You say the wrong thing, look at the baby, you say the wrong thing, boom, you know what I'm saying? Like you lose a lot of support. You do something that is misconstrued as being immoral, you know what I'm saying? Like, boom, it happens very quick. So you have to be very, very patient and very knowledgeable that you're going to struggle in life, and that you're going to have to basically like be like Ali, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes do a rope-a-dope. When you do a rope-a-dope, you wear out your opponent and you hit them, man. But it just really distresses me how I see some brothers out here who just want to just so overly vocal, so over this and over that, and they want to push themselves to the forefront, and then they wonder why things crash and burn for them. Because there's time and place for everything, bro. I've learned that this the hard way. These are personal lessons that I had, man. I used to be very boastful. I used to want to like be, the forefront of everything. And then a lot of the time, what happened later was I missed a lot of opportunities, man, because I wasn't patient. Thank you, Wagner. I appreciate it, man. So usually I kind of open things up, but I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet. Because I got a lot of things going on Sunday. I wanted to be able to enjoy myself. I got some food waiting on me, whatever. Qurananon, thank you for joining, man. Next time I go on, I'll invite you up. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you guys like, especially, I got an Instagram. So my Instagram is the same as my YouTube. It is Zaki Tudunya. You can't miss me. You can't miss me. Right? So like me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram too. I kind of have similar, content and, stories and reels about the things I talk about right now. Also, if you know other people like this content, please, shout out your boy. You know what I'm saying? Or send them my way, man. If you know anybody that wants to be a part of the conversation, this is a two-way street, man. I don't like being up here and just blah, 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 you know what I'm saying, getting my spiel. I like engaging with people, man. If anybody knows that's been coming to this channel, I like engaging with people. Just right now, I'm kind of in a rush. But thank you guys so much for your time. Your time is of the essence. I realize there's a lot of things you guys be doing right now, but you're here with me. I really, really appreciate that, man. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Most High, bless you with a beautiful, if it's the morning or evening or afternoon, I hope the rest of your day is a fulfilled one, inshallah. So I'm going to close this up. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Take care, guys.